Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for a review of set 10308, the Holiday Main Street, or as they are referring to it in the UK, the Christmas High Street. So the set itself comes with 1,514 pieces and 6 minifigs, which I will show you in a little bit. It retails for about £90 in the UK, and the overall impression so far has not been a great one. The public response is like, no, we don't like it. So unless you don't know our channel very well, I'm big on Winter Village sets. I have all of them but the post office, and I get very excited about doing my Christmas display every year. So this is one of my favourite things, and I'm not sure I agree with everyone else being disappointed in this set. Now, I can see straight away that this is not like previous Winter Village sets. It's a very different style, whereas before you had sort of the shorter buildings with the bigger roofs and the sort of bigger footprint of building, so it was more of the actual building itself. This is like a facade, really, and that is one of the complaints that I'm hearing. It's not enough detail. It's just half a building. I want a whole building is what people are saying. But I'm excited to see where this can go. I'm kind of figuring that this is going to be the start of a new series of buildings. So hoping that they'll add more to the main street every year from now on until they decide to reboot it again. That's kind of my feeling, and I'm okay with it. The biggest saving grace from this set for everyone has been the tram or the trolley, depending on where you're from. And I do like that. The aesthetic of it is nice. It does make this set a lot more appealing. I will still agree with that part. But I think it's a decent set. It's got 2 main buildings and then something that if you've missed out on the holiday train before, you can motorise and send around your Winter Village. It used to be that you get a lamppost and a bench and a tree in every Winter Village build. They've moved away from the lamppost and the bench, which I'm kind of pleased about because we had so many lampposts in our Winter Village and so many benches. Actually, now you've got the clock in this one, which I think is really nice. So let's have a closer look at all of the details, and we'll do it bit by bit. Right, so there are 4 booklets for building this, so you can build it with a friend or family and share the build. I'm not good at that. I built mine on a live stream, which I'll link up now if you want to catch that. The first book is the 3 minifigures. These are the shoppers, and the little fence build with the post box and the post with the street name and clock tower, which is nice because you still get the lampposty kind of feel, but without the light part. So it's different. I would have loved to have seen this sticker replaced in the UK, given that they've marketed it as Christmas High Street here as being a high street sticker instead of a main street. I think that would have definitely improved that for me. The tree build that we always get is a very dark tree, and the technique is fine. I'm quite happy with the way they've done that, sort of all the plates building up to make the shape. It's a nice one. There's not enough colour on, I'll say that every year, because they always just put yellow studs on, and I want lots of colour. But then I guess it's an outdoor tree, so maybe there isn't much in the way of decorations. Outdoor trees tend to just have the lights, so you can see them in the dark. Little star on the top, very small star if I'm honest. That's a little magic wand there. But not bad. And there is some presents underneath, which are pretty obscured when you actually sort of look at it from the side. I think they're kind of lacking. I think you could get away with not having those and it would be fine. But yeah, I'd like a slightly brighter tree. The minifigs, I'll go into more detail when we get to the minifigs. But this fence thing seems to be becoming the new sort of theme. So there was one similar to this in Santa's Visit last year, the sort of gate to the household. So it just adds a little bit more to a village. You can create little areas and pathways with these. So they're quite nice. So let's move on to the second booklet. So next up we've got the trolley, and that comes with what I think is meant to be the trolley driver or the tram driver, but I can't work out where exactly they would go to actually drive this. There doesn't appear to be a space for driving, in my opinion. Some good decoration on the sides, and I like the fact that the adverts on both sides reflect the 2 buildings that you're then getting in the rest of the set. The wreaths at the end, pretty poor. They don't look exciting at all. Would have liked to maybe see a bit more red on there. But then I think what they're trying to do is always do something different in each set. And they've done so many wreaths now, they're probably running out of ways to do it. So you've got the open seating element here, so you can just sort of sit on there and I guess have your legs dangle out as you go along, whereas this is a bit more closed in on that side. And the roof comes off so you can get people in, but it's not easy. It's quite tight in there, so you probably want a small child to help you with that bit. But yeah, I'm just seeing nowhere for the driver to sort of go in there. The problem I also have with this is that you can motorise it, and if you do, you pretty much lose all of the space inside. And so if you have got people inside, you can see them through the windows. So you are going to see that battery box inside there, and I don't think it's going to make it attractive. You've got the Main Street sticker on here as well. So again, I'd like that changed for the UK. But I like that you've got the continuation of that, both ends as well. And it is nice. So the first building that we build is the music store, H. Jolly's music store. So I'm going to guess that this is H. Jolly here. He's the worker here. And you've got some drain pipes, not quite clipped in there. And it's quite a lot of masonry bricks, give it the detailing. And I like the little flags coming down, wreath above the door and a little bit of decoration there. My window's got a scratch in it. It's a bit disappointing, so I might try and get that replaced. And there's not too much snow on the roof. It's sort of minimal snow. You do get the navy blue window panes, which is quite a nice touch. Don't think that's a common piece. And these sort of flag pieces to make an awning. And then a couple of little lights. On the inside, we've got some decent detailing there. So this is like a little upstairs apartment with a couple of chairs, some cookies on the table, and you've got a little kitchenette as well there. The bottom floor, you've got all the music instruments that you might ever need. So you've got a drum kit here, a guitar, a violin, the tiniest keyboard in the world on the wall, maybe a little baton for conducting if you were an orchestra conductor, and then a whole thing of maybe drumsticks there. They're quite clearly Harry Potter ones, and then a saxophone if you need that. And there's a little poster there about a concert for the holidays as well. But I can see what people are complaining about. There is 4 studs in there. That's all you've got. It is not the deepest of places in there. And there seems to be a little throwback to, I think it's the gingerbread house, with that sticker piece on the wall. That looks very much like the gingerbread house to me, which is nice. I like those kind of details. But I think it's an attractive building. I like it. The next building you've got is a toy shop. Now, we've already had a Winter Village toy shop twice. So that was one of the sets that they sort of redid with minimal variation. But this one is toys and games, and it looks nice. I'm not too disappointed in it. I think I would have preferred to see it with something else inside, given that we already do have a toy store. It's not inconceivable that there would be multiple toy stores. I'm not so sure about the colouring on this one. I don't really like this olive green. I'm never really a fan of that. But then actually I think it works with the sort of dark green and red down the bottom, because it makes this the garland pop. That's the word. I think that looks really nice. This is the store owner here. Don't know if she has a name. Inside the build, we've got train, a robot, a little stack of houses, maybe some roller skates, a bunny rabbit. It's quite well stocked in there, but as well stocked as it can be for a 4-stud building. Got a little till as well, a clock on the wall, and then the second floor again has got like a small apartment. And I'm assuming you have to think that there's going to be more to the apartment, and this is literally just a cross section because it's just a room. So one building's got the kitchen, one's got the room. There's no way to get between the two, but that's fine. Very brightly coloured rug on the floor. I like the technique on the bed. It gives it a sort of a bumpy look. I think that looks like a nice thick winter quilt. And then you've got a wish list on the side there. And then you've got a second tree build, which is unusual. So here's the second tree. This falls out a lot. Much smaller, nice brighter colour, and a lot more colour on there as well. So I think I prefer this little tree to the bigger one. And then a variety of presents around it as well. Very flat roof. There's nothing up here. There's not even snow that's fallen. So the snow's fallen on this top bit here, but it hasn't gone down here. So I don't really understand the logistics of that. And I feel like you could do more here. So let's take a look at those minifigures. You've got the little boy. He's got a Yashanka hat with the sort of tan and red. I think I'd prefer it if it wasn't tan, if it was white, just because I think that would look a lot more Christmassy, and it would go better with his outfit because he's got the white sleeves, but he's just got like a jacket on, or maybe a gilet. And he's got some fun looking teeth and a sort of shocked face, same teeth. These ladies have done quite a lot of shopping. Nice sort of bob haircut there. I think her top kind of looks the same back and front. It's not clear to me, like, have they printed the same on the front and the back? They have, haven't they? So it doesn't look like the front of her body. I feel like there's something missing to make it clear that that's the front. She's got some happy face there, and then even happier on the back. Trousers are pretty boring, and then she's holding some bags. So they've got several of these bags to make them look like they've done some last minute present shopping. So there's the beanie hat with the plaits. And again, the torso and the front pretty much look the same, slightly different, a little bit more of a line. And then, she's got quite a nice face at the back. She looks kind of like she's singing, which means I can add her to the carolers. Here's the tram driver. He's got a little pocket watch, as you can always tell with, maybe he's a tram conductor, maybe it's an automatic tram. But he's got no alternate face because obviously that would be viewable. He looks very smart. The toy shop worker, she's got a nice sort of patterned jumper on. And glasses, and then she's got no alternate face, even though that would be covered up. I quite like her hairpiece though. Nice sort of tidy, messy-ish bun. It's not quite tidy, but it's pretty close. And then you've got Mr. Holly, who again is looking pretty smart. Got braces on, some pretty plain trousers, and then this hairpiece in the dark grey. Again, no alternate face, but it does. His hair kind of catches onto his sideburns there. It's quite fun. So nothing really stand out from the minifigs, but there's a decent number of them in this set. So overall, I am enjoying this set. It was a fun build. I think it looks nice. I have a plan for where it will go in my winter village that will make it not look out of place. And I think if you have a winter village where you're up against a wall, then it would be a good way to add a bit more depth to the winter village without having to add full-scale buildings, and you just sort of run it along the back. I also think it does tie in quite nicely with the Hogsmeade set. So I already have the one that's a bit more snowy in my winter village, the sweet shop. And so I just think the heights work really well. Pretty comparable. So I think I could add this to the street and make it even longer if I wanted to. And then of course the tram sort of definitely rounds off the set quite nicely. I'm not going to bother motorising ours, or at least not with Lego's motors themselves. I just think it will ruin the look. I'd rather have one of the circuit cube motors because they're much smaller, and I think then you wouldn't notice it as much. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the latest Winter Village set. Are you excited? Will you be getting it? Also, if you want more Winter Village content, then I'll link up our Winter Village playlist. We have a lot of it because it is one of my favourite things, like I said before. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.